In May, we're going to go on a little holiday, and we're going to go to... Folks, and welcome to today's vlog. You join us on a very important vlog. This is a momentous vlog, a vlog that's going to have a story attached to it. As you can see, you are joining us midway through a very important Chapman family meeting. We've assembled the entire clan. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one scratching around on the floor. This doesn't really concern you, Dave, but you can be a part of the meeting if you want. Yes, good. Thank you for joining in. But yeah, we're having a meeting, and it's an important meeting, and they don't know why we're having a meeting. But before I explain to everybody why the meeting is occurring, I want to just tell you a little story. As those of you who've been around for a while will know, or anyone who really stays around until the end credits of every video, you see the Patreon message come up at the end of every video, where we thank everyone who backs us on Patreon. We've had our Patreon for as long as we've been full-time YouTubers. It is a massive difference maker. It's one of the main things that allows us to do what we do. Without that solid monthly income coming in from Patreon every month, it would be very, very scary being self-employed with YouTube revenue going... Don't panic, this isn't a Patreon video. But one of the things with our Patreon, one of the commitments we made when we first started having a Patreon, is that the idea of the Patreon was not just to help support us, not just to give us the peace of mind of having that regular income coming in each month. The idea was we would use Patreon to make our videos better, and that's what we've been doing over the last couple of years. Patreon paid for our Merlin passes a couple of years ago, which allowed us to go and make a load of really, really cool videos going around different theme parks. We all had a lot of fun with those, didn't we? They were lots of fun. Patreon has contributed towards loads of the days out that we've been able to have. It pays for us being able to go away to conventions and make those videos. Basically any time you've sat watching a video thinking, how did they pay for that? Chances are Patreon was probably behind it. And even looking over at my gaming channel, the reason I was able to do a second series, the Home FC series that's going on over on the gaming channel at the moment, that's funded pretty much entirely by Patreon. I won't bog you down in the details of that, but if it wasn't for Patreon, that series wouldn't have happened. And in the spirit of using Patreon to make our videos better, we've been putting a little bit of it aside for a little while now, just tucking little bits aside every time there's a little bit spare, because we've done the investing small amounts to make one-off videos a little bit better, and we wanted to do something a little bit grander. Like we said about with the Merlin passes, we were able to save up a little bit, buy those, and make a lot of really cool content off the back of it. Well, we've done something similar by saving up some funds. Now I need to get to a position where I can see all three of the children while I do the next bit. So, Andy's having his crisps. We'll continue while he's having his crisps, but make sure you're listening, Andy, this is important. So, as I said, we've been saving up some of our Patreon money, and we've got to an amount that we've been trying to save up for a little while. So, in a couple of months' time, specifically in May half term, we're going to be going on a little holiday. And it does involve staying in a hotel, Andy. So there's going to be a hotel
in May.
Yeah.
In May. We're going to be going on a little holiday, but it's not just going to be any holiday. In May, are you listening? Are you listening?
Yeah.
Are you listening? In May, we're going to go on a little holiday, and we're going to go to Disneyland Paris. Look at that face.
Oh my god! Anna's crying!
Are you crying?
I'm not, it's because I know he wants to go.
Andy, we're going to go to Disneyland.
No!
In May. Yes, we are. In May, we're going to Disneyland.
No!
We're going to stay in a hotel.
No!
Yeah, we are.
No!
He's been asking to go to Disneyland for years. ignore that reaction. That's just because we sprung it on him. That's one of the reasons why we have to do this 5 months out, so that we can spend 5 months preparing him for it. His reaction will change as time goes on. He's not being ungrateful. He's just, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. That wasn't on the cards. Where did that come from? Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't expect to have gone there at all, would you?
No, exactly. I know there's going to be some people watching this thinking, it's no big deal. I've been there loads of times. I've been to the one in Florida, all that kind of stuff. None of the 5 of us have ever been to any Disneyland, ever, have we? And it's been something we have always talked about doing.
No, I've never been. None of us have been.
No, none of us have ever been to Disney. It's something we've always wanted to do. We've always talked about doing.
Disneyland Paris, no.
In May.
No, May!
Andy,
Now stop.
we're going to be going in May.
Do the Premier Inn first.
Yeah, Premier Inn, and then a train, and then Disneyland Paris.
And more hotels.
Yeah, and there's a water park as well.
Disney in Springfield.
No,
There might be Springfield there, yeah.
there'll be a train though, and we can stay in a Premier Inn.
No, it means Springfield as in Simpsons.
Disney in
Oh, that's not Disney. That's not Disney though, is it?
In Paris.
That's Universal.
In France.
France.
I'll show you, look. Come here, look.
Yeah, there you go. He's already coming round to the idea. But yeah, this is something that we, not only have we never done, we didn't think we'd ever be able to do. Certainly not while the small people were small enough to still get that childhood magic out of it. And we talked about this the other day, and I know lots of people said it doesn't matter if you take them when they're in their 20s, they'll still love it. Me and Anna are super excited. But taking them while they're still small people
In France.
No, in
helps with excitement, but also makes it a little bit cheaper. We had to do it before Lucy was 18, else it would have cost an absolute fortune. Are we getting there?
Yeah. He says England, I said no France, and he said no England.
Hey!
Mickey Mouse! Sorry.
Yes, Mickey Mouse.
Just to the princesses.
So, we'll go into all the details in more detail nearer the time, but the general gist of what we're going to be doing,
Yeah, we're done, yeah.
Yeah, we're going.
there's still one detail we need to iron out, so we need your thoughts, all of your thoughts, including you, Andy, on how we want to do the last bit. But our plan is, we're going in May half term. We're going to be going on the Eurotunnel, so I'm afraid I'm going to be driving there. So look at that face. I've driven you in France before. Yeah, exactly.
Your driving scares me, and I'm scared to stop.
No Disneyland Paris now.
The advantage of driving means that Andy's got that level of comfort. It means we can skip the Dublin stage and all the other stages we were talking about preparing him for this, because we're not going on a plane. And we're going to have the comfort of a Premier Inn as well. So we're going to be going down and staying in a Premier Inn in Dover the night before, so he gets his Premier
Right,
Inn.
yeah.
And then we're going to be getting up super early to go on the Eurotunnel, then drive to Disney.
Disneyland Paris.
And this is a bit we haven't fully decided on yet, whether we're going to have 2 or 3 nights in France.
No right.
Because...
No right, no right.
You can go on right.
Yeah, you can go to rides. You don't have to go on rides, you can just go and have a look if you want.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time to get him used to the idea. Yeah, exactly. The hotel that we're going to be staying in comes with 2 days worth of park passes. So we're definitely doing Disney. You can't come. You're going to be in a cage for a few days, I'm afraid, Dave. So we've got 2 days in Disney. The hotel we're staying in also has a water park and some other stuff there as well. So we can potentially have a day in a water park. But also, we want everyone's thoughts on whether we'd also like a day in Paris itself. So if we want to do 2 days in Disney, 1 water park and 1 Paris, we need 3 nights in France.
3 nights in France.
I got 3 nights in France.
We need to see what his vote is going to be as well. I think he would enjoy the Eiffel Tower because he really enjoyed the Blackpool Tower last year.
All the videos he could do.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that would be cool.
But yeah, we're going to Disneyland. Are we excited? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Are you excited? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Hey! Are you excited? Are you just wishing you could come with us, Dave?
Baby.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave. You can't come this time. Or ever to Disney, probably. Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll bring you back a gift. We'll bring you back some French cheese.
Oh,
He's looking at...
Think of the cheese.
Oh yeah, we can bring him back some cheese.
we're going to eat so much cheese.
Yeah. And there we have it. Our reveal on our holiday 2019. I mean, it's just our holiday. We've never been on a proper holiday as a 5 before, ever. So not only is that our first time at Disney, it's the first time as a family of 5 that we'll actually go on a proper holiday together as well. So we're very excited, and now we're going to turn the camera off and go through some more details with small people, probably. Very excited. Much messing around on the internet, spending money and booking things later, and it is all booked, and I'm very excited, almost as excited as I was when Anna just handed me a little trophy. But apparently it's Andy's trophy. This is his miniature version that he gets to keep of his Student of the Year award that he got last year, so that's very cool that we've got that now. But yeah, it is all booked. I didn't expect us to be saying we were going to Disneyland this year. It was only a few days ago.
This morning.
I know, it was only a few days ago that we said how we were going to be building up to it by going to Dublin first, getting used to flying, and then a couple of people said, well, why don't you just go on the train? And then I happened to look at some prices this morning, and
Yeah, why did you do that?
because there was such deep discounts. It's just like an earworm going on in my head. So, an earworm, is that the thing where you like
Probably.
have songs going over and over again? The thought of driving, because I remembered driving over to Belgium a few years ago and the train only costing like 40 quid.
How years ago?
Like 5-6 years ago,
So-
7, 8 years. The year before I met you, basically, I drove to Belgium twice that summer,
8
and
years ago.
it didn't cost me anything. I did it with Tesco Club Card vouchers, and it didn't cost anything at all. So that made me think, actually, it might not be as expensive as I thought. And the deal that we've got, I'm not going to get all bogged down in all the details, but we've got all we've really paid for is the hotel, which is on a 25% discount for early booking. We've got park passes included in that. We've got half board included in that, and it's dirt cheap to ride the Eurotunnel and drive the rest of the way. So it's worked out half the price that I thought it was possible to do it for.
The other day I was watching TV and a advert came up. It said $7.99 per person per night.
Well, we've paid a lot less than that. A lot less than that.
Don't believe the advert.
Yeah, so I know I laboured on about it a lot earlier, but thank you to everyone who's ever backed us on Patreon. We wouldn't have been able to do it without the Patreon backers, because that is that little bit of extra each month that we've been able to put aside. And like I said, it is going to create a whole bunch of really, really cool videos. Not just the videos while we're there, but we've got to go through the whole preparing Andy for his first trip out of the country. We've got to get him a passport.
Do you know what I've been doing?
What?
You know how we have 3 little birds?
Yeah.
And I've been singing them but putting different words in it.
What, his bedtime songs, you've been adding in words. He came downstairs and I had a video on for the hotel we're staying at, and there was a drone, and they were doing drone footage from the balcony of the hotel. And he said, oh, drones, he loves drone footage. And I said, yeah, that's where we're going on holiday. And he sat down and watched it and go, in May? Yeah, we're going to... So now he knows that there's drones, there's trams, we're going on a big train.
And Pixar. That's his thing at the moment.
We're staying in a Premier Inn the night before as well. We don't necessarily need to. We could. Whenever I've driven to France in the past, I've always just gone down on the morning. But
it's Andy.
Yeah, Andy.
needs an
Andy will
incentive.
enjoy a night in the Premier Inn. So we're staying at a Premier Inn in Folkestone the night before, and then it's like a 10-minute drive from there to the Eurotunnel the next morning. And then we've booked 3 nights. So 3 nights, 4 days. We've got 2 days. We've got 2 days in the parks. The hotel we're staying at, I can't even remember what it's called. It's basically a half owned by Centre Parks, but it's on the Disney property. So it's a Disney hotel, but it's like a Centre Parks. So it's got a big water park in. It's got loads of stuff to do there as well. So our plan is 2 days in the parks, a day doing the water park, and just basically a chill out day so we can have a down day. If Andy really struggles with the first day in the park, we've got that cushion day where we can just chill out at the hotel. The girls can go to the pool or go and ride a horse or whatever they want to do. And then if he gets on well with it all, we've then also got a bonus day that we could potentially go out into Paris and show him the Eiffel Tower and stuff like that. So
What, go up it?
yeah, why not?
How much is that? He looked at
No idea. No idea. But it's the sort of thing that, you know, we'll find a way to do it when we're there, like we did the Blackpool Tower. Just,
I don't think it'll be that cheap though.
I don't know. You know,
Nah,
it's,
you don't.
if you're stood there at the bottom of the Eiffel Tower and he says, "Can we go up it?" We're not going to say no. No, it's
It'll be
£20
lifts
or
or
whatever it might be. Yeah, we're obviously going to find a way to go up the tower. But yeah, it's. I'm so excited. I was tweeted about it earlier that I haven't booked a holiday with a travel agent for 11 years. You've never had your a passport of your own before. I've not been out of the country for 8 years. When was the last time you were out of the country?
I was 14.
This is a massive, big deal, not just for the kids, but for us as well. This is huge. We're very, very excited. And what turned into, first thing this morning, it was, shall we have a couple of nights at Euro Disney? And it's, yeah, and it's now become,
I wasn't even around.
it's now become a 5-day holiday. And I can't believe how I feel like I've done it wrong and I've done something stupid because
I sat there with you.
I'm so inexperienced at booking holidays. This is only the third time I've ever booked a holiday for a travel agent, and I feel like I must have done it wrong because I don't understand how we got such a good deal. But I'm very happy. I'm very excited. How many? You've got a day countdown, haven't you?
135 days.
135 days.
It's not even that long.
Until I get to wear my beret and not look like an idiot.
You're not wearing it.
I've ordered it. We're going to France. I've ordered a beret.
No.
Very excited.
Yeah, I'm the excited where I want to be sick every time I think about it. And I know that's silly, but I think about me being there and I want to throw up.
We've said ever since we've known each other, I mean, theme parks and nerdy stuff like this has always been a big thing for us. We went to Alton Towers and Thorpe Park not long after we got together. We've been to theme parks so many times, and we've always said the big end goal, the big dream was one day get to Disney, and it's sometimes it felt a little bit like one day we'll go to the moon. One day I'll learn to fly. And the fact that it's now something we've been able to do with Lucy while she's still a kid as well. That's a big deal for me because she turns 17 in a couple of weeks. This year really was our last opportunity to include Lucy properly in this. Yes, she could have come and done it when she was 23, but it just wouldn't be the same, would it? So that's really cool. And I know we've harped on about the Patreon people a lot, but it's not just the Patreon people, it's everybody who's ever supported the channel. It's not an over-exaggeration to say the only reason we've been able to do this is because of the ongoing support of everybody who's subscribed, everyone who's ever watched one of our videos. If I was still a teacher, we wouldn't be going to Disneyland Paris this year. It just wouldn't have been a possibility. So it means a lot. Thank you very much for your ongoing support. And you, as a group, as a collective, have just done a very, very cool thing for our family, which is awesome.
I remember when I was a kid, you know when you would they'd show it on TV and you'd send you a videotape or a DVD and you could watch it at home. I remember getting them and talking.
I'm looking forward to the fact that we get a Mickey Mouse phone call as part of this. I'm having that. I wanted to pay an extra £200 for Breakfast with Spider-Man, but apparently Breakfast with Spider-Man.
Have you seen his eyes?
Yeah.
Andy would hate it.
I wasn't inviting you lot. I was going to pay £200 for me to have Breakfast with Spider-Man.
How would he eat?
Why is he eating? I'll eat his. I just want to converse with the man. I just want to say, Spidey, can I have another pancake? And he just shoots over and pulls me a pancake over.
It would just be a man in a costume, Kevin.
Yes, Spider-Man. Right, we are going to leave things there anyway because it's been a long video of us just chatting, and Dave's found his squeaky toy. Yeah, we've got a couple of bits to show you tomorrow as well. There's been a couple of packages turned up today, which I will show you what's in them tomorrow. Very excited about that too. Today has been a good day, even though I'm very poorly. And
he's on inhalers and everything.
Yeah, I've got bronchitis. Apparently, I've been ill for several weeks.
And I've
been moaning about it on and off. I finally went to the doctor today, and I got a lecture from the doctor for not going sooner.
After I gave you a lecture this morning.
Antibiotics and an inhaler, told I've probably got bronchitis. If it gets any worse, I need to go to A&E so they can x-ray me, put me on steroids, and I shouldn't have left it this long, especially because of my high blood pressure. I'm a bad person and I should know better. They didn't actually call me a bad person, but they did say I should have gone in a week ago.
4 weeks.
Well, it's sorted now. Hopefully I'll start to get a little bit better now.
What happened
there'll be less sniffling.
It was 4 a.m. this morning. He's there awake because he sounded like a cock-a-doodle in his chest.
Yeah, the bags under my eyes are probably getting bigger and bigger because I've not really slept for the last 3 nights now.
At 5:30.
I've had no more than 3 hours sleep a night for the last 3 nights.
And why is that, Kevin?
I am struggling at the moment, so I'm going to say goodbye to you lot, and then very soon I'm going to suck on my inhaler, drop an antibiotic, and pass out in bed, and hopefully have my first proper night's sleep for ages. But none of that's going to take the edge off the excitement. We're going to Disneyland. No.
Oh God, I do.
I want to go and eat a buffet.
You will do. There's lots of them.
15.
Reasonably priced, apparently.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Well, for breakfast and then lunch or dinner, they're included in our half board on our park days.
There you go. And
happy.
our back of our car will just be crisps.
Well, I'll show you this soon. I've had a plan for that while you're upstairs. You know, we've got the secret bit that lifts up where I sometimes hide my laptop. We're out and about.
Yeah.
If I just lift that up and we just fill that with crisps, we could probably fit 26 packs of crisps under there, and then it doesn't take up any boot space at all.
Right. Is that going to be enough?
Always
5
thinking.
days?
Yes, it will be.
What, 20 bags?
26 packs.
Oh, I thought you said 20.
No, I'm talking about,
Six
what's
packs.
20 times 6? 120 bags of crisps. I think that'll do him.
Oh, yeah.
I think 120 bags of crisps will do him for 5 days.
We can find Pop anyway.
And plus, on the first day, we're still in England, so we can buy him crisps that night.
And he's eating cobs at the moment.
Bread rolls for those of you not from the north. If you have enjoyed today's vlog, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs.
Thank you very much for watching.
What she said.